Good morning, everybody. Dutch Sense here, 7 a.m. Central Time on Thursday, January 26th, 2012. And I'm over here on KSDK.com, which is our NBC local news affiliate here in St. Louis. And every once in a while, you get a story that comes out that, for some reason, ties everything together. It doesn't happen all the time. Sometimes it never happens for the topics that people cover. But today, this happened. 12:07 a.m. on January 26th, USA Today released this story. The USDA releases new planting zone map. And let me just read it to you. Camellias, a New Orleans trademark, staking out in North Carolina higher latitudes? It's true, gardening experts say, and expect similar oddities to represent the new norm. It's now safe to plant new species in many parts of the nation, according to a new government map released Wednesday showing new growing guidelines for the first time in decades. A gradual northward warming trend makes it possible to plant trees and other perennials that would have perished in colder zones. The hardiness zones, the gospel to the nation's 82 million gardeners that are printed on the back of seed packs and catalogs, are based on average minimum temperatures. And then they go on to say it's good that they updated the map. You'll be able to plant new kinds of trees in places they wouldn't grow before. Now, that being said, I'm going to go ahead and put this down below. You can go read this article. They go on to say that they don't think it's indicative of climate change. But I want to show you something that I put out on my blog. Oh gosh, we're looking at 2 weeks ago now. And the title of the post, and I'll put that down below as well, North Pole shifts toward Siberia. Warmer latitudes have shifted northwest. And I made note that while looking at radar, that we were seeing over Siberia here, where my mouse is right here, that this is North Russia, this is America down here, that the North Pole has moved from beneath this black marker where it used to reside all the way to the northwest over northern Siberia. And you're seeing all these storms now center around this area around Siberia, moving to the northwest, which means all of our latitudes have moved to the northwest. So what was once warm down in New Orleans, Louisiana, like they say in the USDA article, they say that you could see stuff that would be in Louisiana in North Carolina. So let's just go back over here and take a quick look and compare the two. All right, here's North Carolina right here. Here's Louisiana down here. So if stuff that was growing in Louisiana has shifted this far north, then the warmer temperatures that would have been in North Carolina have shifted to New York. And same vice versa all the way across the entire world. So what I've done is I've opened up College of DuPage. This is the most current real-time satellite view looking down from space onto the North Pole. And you can see these large storms again centering around the area around Russia, around Siberia, not specifically underneath this black marker more to the northwest. And all the storms, of course, are centering around that, and they're pulling north, pulling this warm air up from the south, and like the USDA says, that will allow for warmer latitudes to exist in the United States, thus allowing different plants to grow. Now, step back for a second and look at everything that happened this past year, guys. I'm serious. Look at this past year. Animal deaths, earthquake uptick, strange weather patterns, space anomalies. What do all those things have in common? They have one thing in common, and that's a shift of the planet. And that's not taking into account all the stories of how they had to change airport runways, how people's compasses weren't working. I mean, I could just keep going down the list. So many weird things happened this past year. This makes sense to me, that now the USDA is saying we'll be able to plant new plants at latitudes that never were able to support them before. You have a global phenomenal number of earthquakes occurring for no apparent reason. You have animals dying for no reason at all. To me, it sounds like the magnetism has shifted. So what I've done is I've came over here on my last post 2 weeks ago, and I marked out where the new North Pole that I'm seeing is. And now look at this. When you lay out the circumference around this center point, this will give you your rough northern latitudes here, and you see it. The storm track and the colder latitudes have shifted north. That is climate change. It's 100% climate change. And then you come back over here and read what they say. They say gardeners might be going out on a limb. There's definitely a climate change, but that doesn't mean we won't have a harsh winter again that could kill all your plants. Right, so we're at a transition stage right now. This could come back down to the south. It depends on what's causing this, how long it's going to happen, is it permanent? These are all questions that I don't think anybody has an answer to yet. But again, when a story like this comes out, there you have it. You can tie it all together. And that's what I'm doing right here. Definitely jump over and check out ksdk.com. Check out this story. It was originally released by USA Today, but this is it right here, guys. I hope this answers some questions for you, and if you get any more information on this, let me know.